Now, you've probably heard about folks like Wyatt Earp, Jesse James, Doc Holliday, and Wild Bill Hickok. Legends of the frontier whose stories are known all over the world. The Old West is full of tales about courageous men and women who helped shape the country. But this isn't another tall tale about some make-believe pistol-packing paragon of justice wandering the territory looking for another wrong to right. No, the story you're about to hear is about three men who are by no means saints, but often found themselves in aid of those who could not stand up for themselves. Brave and often ruthless men who traversed the territories, leaving a trail of death in their wake. This is the story of three brothers. This is the legend of the Brothers Floater.
Morning, brothers. You have a good night?
Well, good morning, Frank. I didn't expect to see you awake this early, seeing as you escorted Miss Sarah home last night. When you didn't come back after an hour, I sort of figured you might have spent the night.
I had intended to come right back, but the night was pleasantly warm and we just kept on talking.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now?
Good one, Phil.
That ain't funny, Phil.
Yeah, it is. See, Phil here was implying that when you said conversing, what you meant was that you were...
I know what he meant, Fart. And it was insulting to both me and Miss Sarah.
Friends, when it comes to matters of courtship, there were many rules of society in order to protect a woman's reputation. One of those rules was that a man would never be alone with his intended without some sort of familial chaperone. Which is why I'm truly enjoying poking fun at my younger brother who, for the most part, is a very honorable man and wouldn't intentionally do anything unwelcome to his lady fair. Now, the last time you heard tale of the Brothers Floater, we'd arrived in Armadillo, intending to take a rest before we headed east to help an old friend. While staying in town, Fart and I had the distinct honor of meeting Miss Sarah Haynes, a young lady that Frank had taken quite a shine to. And now, we're having a nice time ribbing our brother for staying outside the social norms and spending time with his lady fair. Now, don't get upset, I was only having a bit of fun, and Fart here's just trying to butter me up because he owes me $20 and he don't got the money to pay me.
What do you mean he don't got the money? Just how much pleasurable company have you been enjoying, Fart?
Hey, I'm not complaining. It's kept him out of trouble for the last week and a half, but now I'm having to cover his debts until he can figure out a way to pay me back.
So now he thinks that if he's all agreeable and respectful, then maybe you'll forget he owes you anything.
Worked every time so far.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Let me get you another whiskey there, big brother.
I swear to God, Fart.
Changing the subject.
Thank you.
I heard tell there's some sort of big shindig coming up here soon, and I was thinking I might ask Miss Sarah if I might accompany her. And that got me to wondering if either of you two thought of attending as well.
Hey, yeah. I heard some folks talking about that earlier this morning. You think we can go, Phil? Sounds like it might be fun. Dancing, drinking, drinking, dancing. What's not to love?
Well, I suppose. I mean, I do quite enjoy dancing with a fine lady, though it may be smart for us to get some nicer clothes than what we got. Maybe we can head over to the tailor and see...
Philip Floater! You no-count, miserable, lying piece of shit!
Marshall Joan Abbott. The last time I saw you, you was hanging off the edge of a cliff.
A cliff you threw me off of!
Don't know why you're angry. We left you a rope to climb back up.
Yeah, but your idiot brother didn't tie it off.
Well, Phil told me not to make it too easy for you.
I meant to not make it easy for him to grab the rope, you idiot.
Well, you should have been more specific in what you wanted done. I ain't a mind reader.
God damn it, Fart.
What? He'd been trying to kill us, Phil.
Of all the shitholes in the territories, this is where I find you. I should kill all three of you right here and now.
Just a point of order, Marshal. I didn't personally have anything to do with you being on that cliff.
You took my horse. When I finally managed to climb back up, I had to walk for a week to get to the closest town with no supplies.
Right. I forgot about that.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was actually.
Well, Marshall, what's it gonna be? Are we shooting? Or are we drinking?
Drinking!
Hot damn! Woo!
It's been a long time, John. How have you been keeping?
It's really good to see you, Phil. Fart, looking as dangerous as ever, my boy.
It's been a long time, John. Sorry about that rope business.
Don't you worry about it none. Way I see it, it's payback for me shorting you on the Gilbert job. Frank, still blind, I see.
John, still flaccid, I hear.
It's real fucking good to see all you boys again.
Sit down. Barkeep, bring us a bottle of Old Orchards. So, what's it been? Like 9-10 months since we last saw you?
Over a year by my count.
Jesus. Has it really been that long?
Sadly, it has. I've been kept back east for the most part, but I kept my ear to the ground for any word on what the three of you been up to. I got a particularly good laugh when I heard about that business in Cody. Did you really put on a dress and dance in the middle of the street, Phil?
Fuck no! I got Frank to do it.
Wait, it was a dress. You fucking told me it was priest robes.
Oh, well, we had to distract them rustlers, and you can dance better than me and Fart. The dress just helped the distraction.
And it was really funny seeing you done up like a Miss Nancy.
I will shoot your left nut right here and now. I swear to the good Lord above, Fart.
I see nothing's changed with any of you.
The only thing we love more than fighting milk drinkers is, well, fighting with each other.
Well, here's to fighting with friends and family.
Cheers to that! So what did the U.S. government have their best marshal doing back east?
Oh, mostly bureaucratic bullshit. In all honesty, I thought I was being punished for not bringing you boys to justice again. However, I've been told by certain interested parties that men like you are better left out in the territories. That men like you help keep the balance out there. I believe you got a guardian angel watching out for you.
I believe we tried to tell you the same thing once or twice.
At the end of a gun, as I recall.
Got you to listen, didn't it?
You're lucky you're as fast as you are. And as dumb.
Well, if you're going to start insulting me here...
Fart.
It wasn't meant as an insult, Fart. If you were a wiser man, you might not be as bold and brave as you are now. In your case, it's a good thing.
Ignorance is bliss.
And Fart here is likely the most blissful man alive.
Why, thank you.
Damn, I missed you boys.
And Phil's like, well, there's a river just there. And I shouts back, I don't think a horse is gonna know that water puts out fire, especially when it's on fucking fire.
I mean, your logic was sound.
Of course it was. Anyway, Fart made me dig a grave for the damn thing, and to be perfectly honest here, I feel like the punishment fit the crime.
Damn right it did.
I would have made you do the same.
So, John, you said they was keeping you back east. Why you all the way out here in the asshole of the territories? You piss off one of them career bureaucrats?
I'm actually in pursuit of a group of bandits. Matter of fact, I think I could use your help on this one. I don't fancy the idea of taking on these sons of bitches by myself.
Well, who is it? The Williamson gang or maybe the Dutch boy? Oh, is it that Wilson Pruitt gang?
Pruitt.
I'd love to go up against them fucking horse thieves.
The Owl Hoots.
You're fucking joking.
Not this time.
The Owl Hoots has got to be one of the craziest bunch of psychopaths north of the Rio Grande. I mean, they is downright sick, John. You heard that story about what they did in Ambarino, right? The way they skinned the wagon train and hung up them bodies on the Conestogas? Hell, even the heathens ain't so sick as them Owl Hoots.
What's the bounty up to?
$100 for each one.
No shit. Imagine, Phil, if we got them all. That'd be, Well, shit, how much would that be?
Well, if we got them all, well, more than I can count, I'm sure.
About $2,000, give or take. So you'll help me out then?
Well, I don't see any reason why not. We ain't doing Hennigan's stead for...
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Where the hell's he going? He got the trots or something?
Worse. Frank, he met himself a lady.
Oh, dear God.
They've been practically inseparable since the day we got here. She's a very sweet, respectable young lady by the name of Sarah Haynes, and she works here in the evenings.
Well, I gotta say, I never thought I'd see the day. As I recall, Phil, you were the one who was all about courting and looking to settle down. Is Frank as ridiculously inept as you were?
Pathetic I may have been, but I always got the girl, didn't I?
I guess I can't argue that. Still, I always figured you'd be the one to hang up your spurs. As I recollect, nearly every time we saw each other, you just had your heart broken again by some lady standing. Hey, didn't one of them even try to kill you?
There's been more than one, John.
Mary Lou Gartner. And no, she didn't try to kill me. She just wanted me to reconsider leaving.
Didn't she go after you with a hatchet?
Actually, it was a tomahawk.
You certainly have a way with women, Phil.
And don't forget Beatrice Farnham, right, John? You remember her, right?
No, actually, I don't recall Beatrice Farnham. Who was that?
That ain't important.
I suppose not. Have you two thought about what happens if Frank decides to hang up his spurs and marry this lady friend of his?
I'm gonna start my own gang. The Fart Floater Gang. Frank promised he'd help me find good men to ride with me.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Yes, it is. Frank said...
Frank ain't in charge. And answering your question, John, we haven't really talked about that. I suppose Fart and I will be just fine keeping on the trail. We can find work and help where we're needed, just like always.
So nothing really changes then?
Expect the only thing that'll change is the quality of conversation on the trail.
Well, I can talk to you, Phil.
And that's exactly what I mean.
I imagine there'll be a lot of small ways you two'll have to adjust to how you handle things. I seem to recall Frank being more alert to things than either of you.
It might make dealing with some people a little tougher, too. Maggie might not let us work for her at all if Frank ain't riding with us anymore.
Shit, I hadn't considered that.
Excuse me, boys. John, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Sarah Haynes. Miss Sarah, this here is Marshal John Abbott, one of our oldest friends.
It is nice to meet you, sir. I would have never thought that the legendary Floater Brothers could possibly be friendly with a marshal.
Well, to be fair, our friendship is somewhat complicated. There's been a number of times where we've been on opposite sides of the law, and I would never ever describe these scoundrels as legendary.
We've helped him bring several murderous scoundrels to justice and then had the misfortune of being chased by him a month later over some misunderstanding.
Hey, remember that time you shot Phil here in the ass? He couldn't ride in the saddle for a month.
How could I forget? That was one of my finest shots.
I still owe you for that one, John.
Well, you can wait to repay me till after we handle the owl hoot situation.
Begging your pardon, but did you say the owl hoots?
That's right. You know of them?
Only by reputation. Are you here looking for that band of villains?
Most unfortunately, I am. I've been tracking the owl hoots since they robbed a train near Boston. They killed a rather important government official and respected foreign dignitary in the process. Now, I suppose you know they've got a... Now, I suppose you know they already have quite a long list of crimes to pay for, but this was one too many in the eyes of the U.S. government. I tracked them down to Blackwater, but I was already too late. They'd moved on. I have a sneaking suspicion they're heading for the southern border, but they might pull off one more big job before they cross. I took the chance and came here. Figured the Bank of Armadillo's too tempting an opportunity for a gang on the run.
Why this bank? I mean, there are a lot of towns with banks in them, aren't there?
There are, but Armadillo's bank is sort of a central point for all the other towns. Raw gold comes up from Mexico and from the west and north. Then it gets picked up by the U.S. government in exchange for currency. Now that much raw gold would be hard to run away with, but if you timed your robbery right, you could get away with quite a large amount of U.S. bills, which would be far easier to transport. A few pounds of raw gold and silver would supplement the take and wouldn't be too hard to transport quickly. Just so happens I know when the next exchange is going to happen. Figure I can sit on the bank and hope the owl hoots try to rob it. Then I can catch them here. I was hoping to see the local sheriff, but having you boys helping would make me feel better.
Well, you might find the sheriff isn't really up for the job. He isn't much more than a weed, and he doesn't have a deputy. We ran into a coach that was under attack a few days ago before we arrived. The town's new deputy was killed by some bandits just north of Mercer Station.
I appreciate that. If we can manage to get him, I'll cut you in for most of the bounty. Least I can do.
Hey, Phil. You think them bastards we chased off saving them folks on the stagecoach was owl hoots?
I can't be sure, because we didn't get that close, but hell, it could have been.
So then I may have guessed right, and they're nearby.
Forgive me, gentlemen, but it seems foolish not to ask the military for help. I mean, them owl hoots is supposed to be very dangerous.
You're right, Miss Sarah, if you believe the stories. The owl hoots are some of the most ruthless, bloodthirsty, crazy bedwetters in the territories. They've killed more people than smallpox, dysentery, and measles combined. However, they're also sloppy, stupid, impatient, and cowardly.
Oh, we handled far worse. Hadn't we, boys?
Don't you worry none, Miss Sarah. We won't be running headlong into danger without making a plan. We know how bad things could get, but Phil there is a master strategist. And there ain't no one better with a gun than Fartin' Frank. If the owl hoots decide to rob the bank, we'll be ready for them. I won't let any harm come to your good Frank.
I do appreciate that, Mr. Abbott. He is something of a nuisance, but I'm growing rather fond of him.
You ain't got no reason to fret, Miss Sarah. Despite the fact that he's, without his side. Frank there is likely one of the finest shots in the whole country. Next to me, of course, and, well, he ain't nearly as fast as me neither.
That's because he's patient and waits for his shot instead of wasting all his bullets.
I don't waste a single bullet.
That why we spend so much money on bullets for you?
This is all circumstantial at this point. I don't know with any certainty if the owl hoots are near or if they're even planning on coming around this area. So you've no need to worry, Miss Sarah.
Thank you for trying to ease my mind, Marshal.
It's my pleasure, Miss Sarah. Anyways, there's something that's been nagging at the back of my mind for a while, and I'm hoping you might indulge me. Last time I saw you boys, you just come up from the south of the border. But you were extremely vague about the details of what transpired down there. So I was hoping you might be able to share your tale.
We don't talk about Mexico.
What? Why not? What happened?
All due respect, Miss Sarah, if any of us here were to answer your question, well, that would be talking about Mexico, and that is something that we do not do.
We even had a meeting about it and everything.
Several, in fact.
I see. Well, please excuse me, gentlemen. I need to go help Earl. Frank, would you be agreeable to escorting me home later this evening?
It'd be my honor.
I look forward to it.
So then this fucker decides he's gonna try and make a run for it, and he throws my gun back at me. Well, as he turns, the chains on his feet got all tangled up in the roots, and he goes face first into a pile of alligator shit.
Frank, why ain't you laughing? That was the funniest damn story I'd ever heard.
Well, maybe not the funniest, but it's certainly up there.
Don't take no offense, John. I think Frank's a bit distracted.
He just won't take the hint.
Who? What hint?
There's a man over at the bar who keeps propositioning Miss Sarah like she's one of the whores here. She's been rather polite, but he keeps on pushing. I swear, if he doesn't stop harassing... Excuse me, boys.
Where's he going now?
If I had to guess, I'd say he was about to pick a fight.
Should we...
Order another round? Well, that's a good idea. This is gonna be great.
Don't play hard to get, sweet thing.
For the last time, if you're looking for some company, there are some rather fetching ladies who will be happy to oblige your every whim in the parlor just over yonder. But I am not one of them.
Everyone's got a prize. And I already took a gander at them whores. And ain't one of them as pretty as you.
While I appreciate the compliment, my answer remains the same.
Now I'm getting a little tired of asking.
Let go of me this instant.
I do as the lady asked, friend.
Or what? You'll talk to me some more, blind man?
Frank, it's all right.
No, it ain't. Now, the ladies turn you down more than once. Take the hint. If you're looking for pleasurable company.
If you tell me to visit the parlor, I will cut you, boy.
I was actually going to suggest the livery. Or maybe you'd prefer the pig pants.
Frank, don't.
Are you looking for an ass beating?
I'm physically incapable of such a feat. As you've already noticed, I'm blind.
You getting smart with me?
Seems rather easy to do, as you appear to be the biggest nincompoop I've ever encountered. And judging from your odor, I'd say you're probably as ugly as a mule that...
You think you're funny now, lunkhead?
Well, I guess you're feeling pretty good about yourself, and I'd guess you can't wait to tell your friends how you knocked a blind man on his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet they'll get a real good kick out of it.
I bet they will. But you know what'll make this story even funnier? When you tell them how the same blind man beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Now I know where you are, you dumb fuck! There! How do you like this, huh?
Frank!
You see this one coming, you fucker?
Frank, that's enough.
Marshall, ain't you gonna do hell?
Which one?
Mr. Phil, please do something.
All right, Frank. That's enough.
Now the next time you want to keep harassing a lady, I want you to remember this.
Frank, are you all right? Oh, look at your lip.
Oh, hell. Ain't the first time I got my lip split.
Gentlemen, would you be so kind as to escort this piece of cow dung out of the saloon? Come on, Frank.
All right, Phil, you were right. That was a treat to watch.
There's almost nothing better than watching Frank pick a fight.
That's it. I'm punching your horse. And he starts swimming as fast as he can, and Fart's trailing right behind him, shouting for his horse to run. The thing is, our horses were stabled all the way across town.
Oh my, that's quite funny.
Forgive me, Miss Sarah. I don't mean to sound big-headed here, but that was a rather humorous story I just shared, and, well, you seem rather disinterested. Have I begun to bore you with my tales?
No, not at all. Oh, I'm so sorry, my sweet Frank, but it's just... Well, I find myself worrying about something that might not even be worth fretting about.
Would you care to tell me what's got you so troubled?
Frank, I really have grown quite fond of you these past days, and, well, it scares me that you might run off with the marshal and your brothers to confront a band of bloodthirsty killers. I mean, look at what you did tonight. That was so foolish. Chivalrous and sweet, but foolish. But that was just one drunk idiot.
Wait, is this about the owl hoots?
It is.
Miss Sarah, you do me a kindness worrying about my well-being, and if it isn't obvious, I'm quite fond of you as well. And despite what you may or may not have heard about me and my brothers, we are not the sort of men to go seeking trouble.
But you also aren't the kind of men who back down when trouble finds you.
Well, yeah, I suppose I can't argue that.
Frank, I know that you and your brothers have a reputation, and you've shown me these past few days what an honorable man you are. I know that if it comes to it, you'll ride out and do your best to bring them outlaws to justice. But I know the Owl Hoot's reputation as well, and I worry that if you find you and your kin go against them, you may get hurt, or worse.
Miss Sarah, stories and rumors. That's all it is. Stories and rumors. Now, me and my brothers have faced far worse than the owl hoots in our time, and we've come out breathing. Now, sure, we may have gotten a scratch or two here or there, but we've always made it out just fine. This will be no different. Besides, there's a good chance they ain't even in these parts. You may be worrying about nothing at all.
I suppose you do have a point, but I can't help being concerned. That marshal seemed quite sure.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time he was sure of himself and completely wrong.
Then I suppose that's something to hope for. How's your lip?
It still stings just a bit.
Well, then I hope that my kiss won't hurt too much.
It'd be worth it if it does. The Legend of the Brothers Floater, Episode 14, Marshall Abbott. Directed by Travis Box. Written and produced by James Robinson. Story by James Robinson, Travis Box, and Danny Hedham. Characters created by James Robinson, Travis Box, and Danny Hedham. Music by Danny Hedham. Featuring the voice talents of Travis Box, James Robinson, Danny Hedham, Kyra Orr, David Miller, and Leon Thurling. The Legend of the Brothers Floater is a Not Another Podcast creation.